Hi everyone, my name is Mu Rong from Mumu SG Property. Today the topic that I would like to share is cash over valuation, commonly known as COV. COV is a cash premium paid over and above the valuation of a HDB resale flat. It has an impact on the affordability because it can only be paid in cash. The valuation of the house will determine how much loan you will get and how much CPF you can use on the house. In 2014, the government bite the bullet and officially removed the COV from the entire public housing market for good. Now the COV is banished from the negotiation process. The buyer and seller can only pre-agree on a price before they seek an official valuation. Why remove it? Why government see this as an issue? In the past, the seller always asks a cash premium from the buyer to buy the flats. So the negotiation is mostly done on the part of the COV rather than negotiating on the price of the unit itself. As a homeowner, right, they're actually very proud of their house. So if they see neighbors can sell 10k above COV, they must be thinking that mine can sell 20k COV. This has caused an upward spiral in terms of the HDB prices in the time of 2009-2013, and also has caused a lot of unhappiness for genuine home buyers, especially when COV peaked in 2001. The median COV was about 38k, and in some of the popular estates it can even reach 100k. As a government who want the HDB to be affordable for everyone, they actually have to step in to put in this structure to stabilize the prices. On the ground, everyone is so used to this COV component, so when the government introduced this change in procedure, the sellers on the ground all grumbled, say government sell how to sell my house without knowing the valuation first. The buyers also headache, say that I also don't know how, without the valuation, how would I know what price I want to buy? The agents also complain, say that how I can negotiate the price for my client. Although everyone has a shock on this change of procedure, they also very quickly adapt to these changes. So we have seen 2013 until now, the resale price index has stabilized. So this measure has been very effective. We don't see such high COV anymore. So what are the changes? Both procedure, seller do the valuation, negotiate with buyer based on this valuation. Once agreed the price, grant the OTP to the buyer for 14 days. Buyer has the right to decide whether to proceed with the purchase within these 14 days. For the new procedure, buyer and seller will agree on the price, negotiate based on the recent transactions. Then seller will grant the buyer an OTP for 21 days. With an extra 7 days is for the buyer to do a request for value to the HDB. Once the valuation is out in a few days, the buyer can decide whether to proceed with the purchase. If the valuation is lower than the price agreed, they have to pay a premium for the purchase. But if the valuation match, there is no COV component. I have just secured a unit for my buyer during this circuit breaker period. We were granted an OTP for 21 days, so I'm going to demonstrate live on how to do a request for valuation. If you want to know how you can still sell above valuation or buy below valuation, you can contact me personally and I will share with you how. If you like the sharing today, please help me press like and follow my page.